Sustentabilidade foi foco na tarde desse 15º Simpósio Brasil-Sul de Suinocultura e foi brilhantemente abordado pelo doutor Bradley Lawrence, que é gerente de serviços técnicos pela Novos na América do Norte. Bradley, quais os maiores desafios e oportunidades para termos uma suinocultura sustentável?
So one of our biggest challenges is trying to get a benchmark of where we are from a sustainability standpoint when it comes to carbon footprint in particular. And there are efforts being made to fill some of those gaps around those basic benchmarks because we've got to understand how we're going to make improvements and what degree we're making those improvements. The other challenges are how do we minimize carbon footprint of our inputs? So things such as our grains that we're using in the feed, our protein sources, the carbon cost to manufacture feed, et cetera. Then we have two additional factors. We need to be looking at how are we going to minimize outputs. So that's not just outputs of nutrients per se, but also outputs of how much manure we're putting out, how much liquid we're having to move that has a cost associated with disposal. And then that last area is around antimicrobial use and how we help maintain sustainability of antimicrobials working in pork production.
Ok, e como a nutrição ela pode impactar essa sustentabilidade dentro da produção de suínos?
So the real opportunities lie around trying to optimize the kilograms of pork produced per unit of carbon inputs. And from our standpoint, we begin with the sow. We think about how does trace mineral nutrition influence that sow's productivity, her longevity, and also the pounds of or kilograms of pork that we're producing per sow lifetime. We also focus around the offspring survival because, again, there's inputs going into that kilogram of pork that if it doesn't ever make it to market, that has to be borne by has to be added to the carbon cost of the pigs that do eventually make it to market. Along those same lines then is feed conversion. How do we improve feed conversion? The message for the conference was there are things that you're already doing today that just by changing maybe the source of a nutrient. We've done studies with our Mentrex copper at 50 ppm compared to high levels of inorganic copper that show we can improve feed conversion by 4 points without having with a lower level of overall copper supplementation. So we're improving feed efficiency, we're improving profitability, and we're reducing excretion. And that really leads to the whole area of nutrient utilization and how can we optimize every nutrient that we possibly can from the diet for producing pork, because again, each of those nutrients has a carbon cost that's associated with them.
Perfeito. Muito obrigada, Brad, por nos trazer esse tema tão importante que a gente precisa falar e precisa colocar em prática e por trazer tão brilhantemente o tema para a gente de uma forma tão didática. Muito, muito obrigada. Venha mais para o Brasil. Estamos te esperando.
Obrigado.